Good. Hello everyone, greeting fellow yogis, and welcome to your 60-minute Vinyasa. My name is Spencer, this is Amelia. Day...
Million.
Who knows? I think it's, I'm not sure what day this is that we've been sequestered here, but it's now been a while. So for me today, I had a little anxiety, being cooped up and a little anxiety with my work. So I'm glad I'm getting an opportunity to teach this class today and breathe through it. So there are times where even I, not even I, but there are times when I have to make sure that I listen to what I say to you all of the time. So we're going to get started in Supta Baddha Kadasana, which is lying on your back with your knees flared out, the soles of your feet together. We'll put on some bells and we'll begin our 60-minute Vinyasa meditative class. Just begin to come to your breath. Yogi mind, yogi breath, yoga head, anything that you want to call it. Just begin to come to your mindful meditative breath, allowing any of those thoughts of anxiety to pass through. The sound of your breath here is quiet and soft. The texture of your breath is smooth and easy. Monkey mind jumping around, thoughts coming in, going there, going all over. Try to come to the center, at least for the next 60 minutes. Perhaps your intention is just to stay mindful and just to stay in the room. When I meditated earlier today, my mantra was mindfulness. Over and over and over, I repeated that word. Stay mindful, stay present, stay in the moment. Our minds can go so far off and tell us all different types of stories, almost all of which never come to fruition. But they are those stories. So stay mindful, stay present, not just in your class here today, but in your daily activities, in your daily lives. Begin to deepen your breath now as we move into our Ujjayi breath, as we begin to build heat and build fire. Now the sound of your breath is more audible. It might be audible only to you, or it might be audible to anyone around you, if there is anyone around you. And the texture of your breath is now a little bit more coarse and rough. A snoring sound, a Darth Vader sound, an oceanic sound. And you'll come back to your Ujjayi breath during your class when you need that additional fire in your belly. Becoming one with the breath. Shoulders relaxing onto the floor. Knees flaring out wide, bringing themselves to the floor as well. Inner thighs relaxing. Arms relaxing. Take 3 final Ujjayi breaths. And I invite you to begin to extend the length of that exhale. Building pulmonary strength. Every day that you work on your breathing patterns is a day that you build that lung strength. Build that immunology that we hear so much about. Final Ujjayi breath. now we'll deepen our breath one final time as we move into our cleansing breath. This time, breathe deeply in. Now pause at the top of your breath for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Mouth opens wide. Exhale. You're steaming a small compact mirror directly in front of your mouth. Extending, lengthening that exhale. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. As you exhale, your diaphragm raises up in the abdominal cavity, places pressure on the base of the lungs, expelling all of the air. On your inhale, pause. That diaphragm drops down in the abdominal cavity, allowing the lungs to open, to expand. The rib cage opens, expands. The intercostal muscles exhale. The intercostal muscles lengthening, stretching, opening, strengthening, all at the same time. Take 3 final cleansing breaths. And again, I invite you and encourage you to pay even more attention to the exhalation than the inhalation, and lengthen that exhalation, building that lung strength, building that pulmonary, cardiopulmonary strength. Final cleansing breath. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. And let's begin our asanas. We'll begin in Happy Baby. Knees bend, legs come up towards the ceiling. Soles of the feet come towards the ceiling. You can grab the outside of your shins, or if you can reach the outside of your feet on the knife edge, feel free to go there. If you can get the elbows to the inside of the knees, feel free to bring them there. Maybe rocking side to side as you begin to bring some circulatory flow to the spinal muscles, paraspinal muscles. And then coming to stillness and holding here. And if you're comfortable here, maybe think about pulling the soles of the feet towards the floor even more. Opening up, legs flared out wide, feeling that stretch in the adductor group, the muscles on the inner thigh. Knees are flexed. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, knees come together, staying up in the air as the arms come out to the side to a T. Palms facing down. We'll take a spinal twist here. So we'll take the knees to the right and we'll take our gaze to the left. So how do we set up here? Well, the knees are stacked. The ankles are stacked. The knees are stacked and the hips are stacked. Your gaze is over your left middle finger. Maybe the left cheek and the left ear coming towards the floor, so you're in full cervical rotation towards the left. And you're in thoracolumbar rotation, big word, thoracic and lumbar spine. Thoracolumbar rotation to the right, cervical rotation to the left.
That's totally going to be on the test.
Pressing the left shoulder into the mat if possible. It might not reach the mat, but that's where you're going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, knees come back to center, and we'll take the knees to the opposite side. So knees go left and gaze goes right. So now you can see even better here how well the hips are stacked. Right arm on the floor, gaze over the right middle finger. Cervical spine, turn towards the right. Pressing that right shoulder into the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, knees come back to center. We're going to have Amelia grab right behind the thighs and the hamstrings and take a couple spinal rocks back and forth, trying to keep the feet off of the mat. Again, warming up the spine, 3 or 4 spinal rocks, and when you've done 3 or 4 or had enough, come to Navasana, boat pose. We'll all begin by pulling the knees into the chest. One day the knees come right onto the chest. That might take years, and that's okay. If you're comfortable here and you'd like to extend your arms out long, palms open, receiving. And then if you're really comfortable here, maybe extending the legs by contracting the quadriceps. You don't have to do that. You can keep the knees bent, as Amelia has here, for 3, for 2, for 1. Legs and heels come to the floor. Legs are straight. Arms sweep up tall. Suck the belly button into the spine as you take your forward fold. Restorative forward fold. You can bend your knees as much as you would like here. You can go for the shins, for the ankles. If you're very flexible, you can go for the feet here. The key thing here is just warming up those spinal muscles. Flexing the toes back to the nose. That will engage the bottom of the foot as well as the Achilles tendon and the muscles in the calf. If the legs are straighter, you're going to engage the hamstrings, but you might not be there yet. Again, restorative. You go where your level of comfort is. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sucking the belly button into the spine again, engaging the core and the bandhas. Exhale, fold, final time. Inhale, arms sweep up tall. We'll cross the legs, roll over the knees, and find your way in tabletop position. You can have your toes rolled under here, or you can have your feet flat. Hips are over the knees, shoulders over the wrists, wrists over the elbows. Nice flat back. We'll take a couple sets of cow-cat here just to begin to enhance the flexion and extension of the spine. So on your inhale, drop the belly and gaze up towards the ceiling. Enhancing the lumbar curve here, enhancing the cervical curve. Your spine is in full extension. And then on your exhale, press down into your palms, bring your chin to your chest, rounding your neck, and press your spine up to the ceiling for full spinal flexion. Inhale for cow, spinal extension. Exhale for cat, spinal flexion. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. And now I invite you to take 3 final cow-cats on your own. And should you like to engage the rest of your body in any type of motion, maybe rolling the hips, rolling the shoulders, rolling the cervical spine, any motion that your intuition takes you, please feel free to go there. After you've done 3 or 4 cow-cats, come back to neutral tabletop. Now we're going to move into tiger pose. So we're going to take that left arm out long.
Straight ahead.
Straight ahead. Okay, so the left biceps is right next to the left ear, and the fingertips of the left hand are touching the side wall. When you are comfortable here, you can lift that right leg, flex the toes back to the nose, and hold here for tiger pose. This is a balanced posture, so suck that belly button in. Now on your inhale, bend the knee, bend the elbow, and bring the right knee to the left elbow, curving that spine. On your exhale, lengthen. Inhale, knee to elbow. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, knee to elbow. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, palm comes to the floor, knee comes to the floor, and we settle in. Second side. Right arm comes up. Biceps of the right arm is directly next to the right ear, and the right fingertips are touching the wall in front of you. Hold here. Begin to engage the bandhas, engage the core muscles. So the 2 bandhas I'm talking about here, B-A-N-D-H-A, the Mula Bandha, which is the root lock, your bathroom muscles. Think about doing Kegel exercises. And your abdominal bandha, Uddiyana bandha. Those are the top and the bottom of the core. Now, if you're comfortable here, extend that left leg back. Flexing the toes towards the nose, engaging the calf and engaging the foot. Hold here. Pressing down into that left palm. Giving yourself balance. Engaging that core. This is all about the core. Inhale, left knee bends, right elbow bends. We'll bring them to the chest. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, knee to elbow. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, knee to elbow. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, right palm comes down, left knee comes down. Let's take that left palm to the back of the head with the elbow sticking out to the side. Left arm up. There you go. Okay? So we're going to do a couple twists here. So on our inhale, we're going to bring that left elbow towards the right wrist. Inhale. Exhale, open. Left elbow comes up towards the ceiling. Inhale, left elbow towards the right wrist. Exhale, open. We're engaging the abdominal obliques here. 2 more times. Inhale, left elbow to right wrist. Exhale, opening the heart here. Final time. Inhale, left elbow, right wrist. Exhale, open. And back to center. We'll move to the opposite side. Right hand comes to the base of the neck. Right elbow sticks out long. Inhale, right elbow to left wrist. Exhale, open. Touch the ceiling with that right elbow. There you go. Inhale, right elbow, left wrist. Exhale, open the heart. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, open. Inhale. Exhale, open. Inhale, right palm comes to the floor. Tabletop. Roll the toes under. Lift the heels up tall and find your way into our first down dog. Pedal the feet, swivel the hips, heels coming towards the mat. They may or may not ever get there. Wherever your practice is wherever your practice is. Bend your knees, move around. You see Amelia just warming up here. Back is nice and flat. Hips up tall. Knees and chest come together. Let's take the right leg up tall. We'll bend that knee and begin to stack the hips. So she's bringing her right heel towards her left glute. Both hips are stacked over one another. Beautiful posture. Upper body in downward facing dog. Maybe gazing under the left arm to see if you can catch a glimpse of that right heel. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right leg straightens. Exhale, right leg comes down, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bend that knee. Stack the hips. Now you have a good view. You can see her left heel coming towards the glute, bending the knee. Her hips are stacked really well, so that right glute and the left glute are in a nice straight line. Upward, downward facing dog, upper body, gazing under the right armpit, maybe catching a glimpse of that left heel. Inhale. Exhale. Stay with the breath. Ujjayi breath here. Inhale, left leg lengthens. Exhale, back to down dog. Pedal it out, pedal it out, pedal it out. And we'll move into a Vinyasa ladder. This is a 3-part Vinyasa ladder. Follow my cues. Inhale takes us forward in the high push-up. Hold here. Notice our hips are not falling down. Exhale, down dog. Part 2. Inhale forward in the high push-up. Now you can drop your knees here should you choose. Otherwise, begin to lower down into chaturanga, keeping the elbows in tight. Hold here, low push-up. Back to high push-up. And then exhale back to down dog. Holding here. Now the final part of this vinyasa ladder will be the traditional vinyasa that we will take during our practice. You can always sit out the vinyasas during practice. Inhale, forward in the high push-up. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Feel the elbows graze against the rib cage. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. She's an upward facing dog here. So she's pressing down into the tops of the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Looks like you had a little cramp in the foot.
Big cramp.
That happens to me a lot too. Sometimes you get a cramp in the foot. Okay? But in upward facing dog, you're pressing down into the tops of the feet, pressing down into the palms, and maybe the thighs lift up. Bend the knees ever so slightly from your down dog position. Take a peek to the top of the mat and either step or hop to the top of the mat. Find your way in Uttanasana, forward fold. First real forward fold, or at least first standing forward fold of the practice today. Knees can be bent as much as you would like here to begin. Crown of the head towards the floor. If you'd like to grab your elbows one another into ragdoll, feel free to go there. If you're already warmed up and you're very flexible and you want to go for the heels, feel free to go there as well. Everybody's different. Everyone's body is different. Depends on what time of day you're doing this, whether you have eaten, whether your kids are driving you crazy, whether your work is driving you crazy. All of these things come into play. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Maybe now looking to straighten the legs a little bit more by tightening those quadriceps. Inhale, arms sweep up, tall mountain. Hands come to heart center. Tadasana, mountain pose. As we'll begin to move into our sun salutations. We'll take one sun A and one sun B. And we will have lunges in the middle of those salutations. Follow my cues. One breath, one motion. That's what vinyasa is. One breath, one motion. Follow my cues. If you get behind, that's okay. We're all going to meet in down dog at some point. Inhale, arms sweep up tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right foot back. You're in a runner's lunge. Nice straight line here from the back of that heel. Inhale, lifts the heart. Look at that beautiful straight line, back of the heel to the crown. Exhale, left foot back, down dog. Inhale, forward in the high push-up. As we move into our vinyasa, you can come to your knees should you choose. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, right leg lifts tall. Exhale, step the right foot to the top of the mat. If your ankle is not below your knee, grab your ankle and pull it up there. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, left foot forward and fold. Inhale, shins, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms sweep up tall. We're going to set up for our first back bend. Let's bring the palms together. Let's also bring the heel of the palms together. Try to get the biceps back as close to the ears as possible. Now, press down into the feet, lift up tall, press your hips forward, drop your head back, and begin to trace a line on the ceiling towards the wall behind you. First back bend, be kind, compassionate, and gentle to yourself. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly take your time. Inhale, shins. Exhale, fold. We're not in a rush. Inhale, left foot back into a runner's lunge. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, right foot back. We're in down dog. We'll move into our vinyasa. Remember, you can come to your knees. Inhale, forward in the high plank. Elbows in tight. Really feel the elbows graze against the rib cage as you lower yourself down. Really engaging the triceps. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through, top of the mat. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, right foot forward and fold. Inhale, shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms sweep up tall. We'll set up for back bend number 2. Squeeze those palms together. Press down to lift up. Press forward to begin to make your way back. Find your drishti point, your focus point on the ceiling, and trace a line on the ceiling towards the back wall. Exhale, hands come to heart center, Tadasana, mountain pose. Cleansing breath. I just want to touch on keeping those elbows in tight when you do your Chaturanga Dandasana. So, you should feel that in the triceps. That's really what that is engaging. If you feel that your elbows are coming out like this, okay, instead of staying in like this, if they're coming out like this, that means you're engaging the pec muscles more than you are the triceps muscles. That's not what we're looking for. So, you have a couple different options. You can either go down onto your knees and do a yogi push-up like this, or you might take your arms out a little wider. You might not touch your rib cage with your arms, but you're still going to engage the triceps. So play around with that a little bit if you're not coming right down. Sun B, we'll add chair pose. Inhale, arm sweep up tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, shins. Exhale, fold. We sweep our little fingers onto the floor and make our way up into Utkatasana chair pose. Watch the knees here. You want to bring the knees back so you can gauge where your knees are by taking a peek at your toes. If you cannot see your toes, your knees are too far forward. Try to bring your knees back. One day your knees are directly over your ankle and you're going to feel as though you're falling backwards. Exhale, fold, step the right foot back. Runner's lunge. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, left foot back, down dog. Now, if you have a more experienced practice and you want to go into a three-legged vinyasa here, feel free to go there. You don't have to. So for my three-legged vinyasa yogis, right leg lifts up tall. Inhale, we'll move forward in the high push-up. Exhale, lower. Right foot drops. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it through, top of the mat. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, left foot forward and fold. Inhale, shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arm sweep up tall mountain. Back bend number 3. Final one in this sequence. Now you can go for it. Press down, lift up, press forward, make your way back. Can you see the wall behind you? Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Breathe through it. Find comfort in the breath. Inhale, shins. Exhale, fold, left foot steps back, runner's lunge. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, right foot back, down dog. Three-legged vinyasa yogis, left leg lifts. Inhale, forward in the high push-up. Exhale and lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, right foot forward and fold. Inhale, shins. Exhale, fold. We sweep our fingers onto the floor and find our way in chair pose, Utkatasana. Turn and face the camera. We'll move into a twist here. Inhale, hands come to heart center. Exhale, sink. Inhale, elbows lift. Exhale, right elbow comes over the left knee as we take our twisting chair. So you can see her straight on here. A couple things. Number 1, you see how the shoulders are beginning to stack here. That's where you want to go. Left elbow pointing towards the ceiling. One day, both hands come to heart center. That might take years. That has a lot to do with how engaged your abdominal obliques are. Take a quick peek at your knees. Has one knee moved in front of the other? If so, bring them back together. If you'd like to open your arms here, feel free to open your arms, pressing that right elbow into the left knee and extending that left arm up tall, maybe gazing into that left thumb. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands come back to heart center. Utkatasana with upward facing dog back, hands at heart center. Inhale, we're going to lift our heels and hold here. Heels come directly over the toes. You remain in upward facing dog back. Inhale. Exhale, heels come down. Inhale, elbows lift. Exhale, left elbow comes over the right knee this time as we take our twisting chair on the right. Right elbow facing the ceiling. Gaze towards the ceiling if possible. Knees lined up beautifully. Pressing the palms into one another. Inhale. Exhale. If you opened up on one side and you want to open up here, feel free to go there. That left elbow pushing that right knee across the body. Right hand up towards the ceiling for 3, for 2, for 1. Hands come back to heart center. We remain in chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, heels come up tall. You can stay here, or if you'd like to lower down into a toe stand, slower than you would like. Holding in toe stand. Finding your balance. Finding your drishti point, your focus point somewhere in the room. For 3. For 2. For 1, palms come to the floor, legs extend up tall, arms sweep up tall, hands come to heart center, Tadasana mountain pose, cleansing breath. Slow the heart rate down, engaging the parasympathetic nervous system. You can turn and face the bookcase again. Now we're going to move into a cheetah series. Inhale, arms sweep up tall. Exhale, forward, fold. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the hands and either step or hop back to a high push-up. Find your way into down dog. If you'd like to take a vinyasa here, feel free to take a vinyasa. And we'll all meet in down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bend the right knee and bring the right knee in towards the chin, doming the spine. Now, bring the shoulders over the wrists. Spine domes up tall. Inhale. Exhale, leg lengthens. Inhale. Right knee comes to the left elbow. So you're taking a twist underneath. Exhale, three-legged down dog. Inhale, right knee to the right elbow. Hold here. You can stay here or you can come in the chaturanga arms, take a little push-up. Or as Amelia is doing, she's moving into Kundanyasana, arm balance here. If you have that in your practice. For 3. For 2. For 1, press back into down dog. So this cheetah posture here has lots of different layers. You can do this on your knees as well. But you don't have to do any arm balances. You don't have to take a chaturanga. But if you have that in your practice, then go for it. And we'll go to the other side. Left leg lifts tall. Bend that left knee, bring it into the chest. Shoulders come forward over the wrists. Dome the spine. Exhale, three-legged down dog. Inhale, left knee bends. We'll twist under, taking that left knee to the right elbow. Exhale, three-legged down dog. Inhale, left knee comes to the left elbow. I'm going to get out of the way here. Hold here. Or come down in the chaturanga, or begin to move into your Kundanyasana. Exhale, release. Find your way back into down dog. And let's take a quick child's pose here. I always know when Amelia's ready for a child's pose, because I would be ready for a child's pose now as well. So use your child's pose as a rest pose, but not a posture of stagnation. You're not just hanging out here. Yes, you're getting some rest. Yes, you're bringing that breath back to a nice, even balance. but you still want to engage your hips here, pressing your hips towards your heels. You want to engage your upper body, extending your arms out long if you'd like. If you'd like to come into child's pose with your arms at your side, feel free to do that. We'll take 3 more breaths here. And then hips raise up tall. Find your way back into down dog. Bend the knees ever so slightly. Gaze towards the top of the mat. Hop or walk to the top of the mat. Find your way in forward fold. And then sweep the arms up tall. Palms come together. Hands come to heart center. Tadasana, mountain pose.
It's amazing how every day feels different.
Every day feels different. That's what she just said. In case you didn't hear her, she said it's amazing how every day feels different. Again, what time of day are you doing this? What have you had to eat? Have you slept well? Okay? Have you imbibed in alcoholic beverages or other things of your choice? You know, how are you eating? Lots of different things come into play. What's your emotional status? What's your work-related status? Let's step the right foot to the back corner of the mat. We'll move ourselves into wide-legged posture. Okay? So where do we put our feet in wide-legged posture? Well, if you're comfortable bringing your toes in and pigeon-toeing your feet, go for that. If that's uncomfortable for you, if that causes you to have any discomfort in the sacroiliac joint or in the or any sciatica or any back pain, then open your feet up ever so slightly. But if you don't have any problems in your lower back or sciatic problems, you can pigeon-toe your feet together a little bit. Let's bring the hands to the hips to start. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, grow tall. Shoulder blades come together. And then on your exhale, leading with your chin, begin to make your way down to flat back. 90 degrees, so back is parallel to the floor. Gaze is slightly in front. Hold here. Inhale. Exhale. Now, if you're comfortable here and want to bring the arms out into a T, palms facing down, feel free to go there. Inhale. Exhale. Hips are over the ankles. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come to the floor. Your hands can come directly below your nose. But if you're comfortable here and want to go for a little bit more stretch, you can yoga toe lock your big toes with your peace sign fingers. Or if you have a little bit more flexibility, you can go for the outside of the feet as well. Inhale. Exhale. Elbows flare out to the side, bringing you down even further. If I have any flying yogis that are watching this practice today and you want to take a headstand here, feel free to play with a headstand. Not required, but available. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Flying yogis, begin to make your way back down. We all find our way back into wide-legged forward fold. Let's take the left palm to the floor just below our nose. And on our inhale, we'll sweep that right arm up tall and take a twist. Exhale, right hand replaces the left. Inhale, left arm sweeps up tall. Exhale, left palm down. We're going to do this 2 more times on each side. Inhale, right arm lifts up. Exhale, right palm down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left palm down. Final set. Inhale, right arm lifts up tall. Exhale, right palm down. Inhale, left arm up for 3, for 2, for 1. Left palm comes down. Hands come to the hips, and with flat back, make your way up to standing. Now, remaining exactly in this same wide-legged posture, we're going to take our hands behind our back, putting our hands together into a fist, and pressing down, straightening the arms. You should feel your thumb knuckles right at the base of your coccyx. So we're going to do a forward fold with a shoulder rinse here. This is a heart opener. Inhale, grow. Shoulder blades come together. Exhale, again, leading with your chin. Forward fold. Hold here. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe the arms lift above the shoulders. Look how pretty that is. She's got a nice crease right along her thoracic spine here. I always say you have a pencil between your shoulder blades. You're pinching that pencil together, but you're doing that by rotating your shoulders externally. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands come to the hips. Exhale, begin to make your way standing. Now turn the feet all the way out, fully pronating the feet. Whoa. This is a balance posture. We're going to move into goddess. So, feet are out wide, hands to the hips to start. Inhale, exhale, knees bend. Your knees are tracking directly over your feet. You can bring your hands to heart center here. Knees are over the ankles as you see, and she's in upward facing dog back. Roll over a little bit. This is what I see a lot, people rolling forward. You want to try to keep that back up tall. Now, if you're comfortable here and you want to engage the arms and do some shoulder and chest opener here, bring the arms into full cactus. Inhale. Exhale, sink. Inhale. Exhale, sink. Inhale, legs straighten. We move into a 5-pointed star. Exhale, back to goddess. Inhale for star. Bring the palms back. Exhale for goddess. One more time. Inhale for star. Exhale for goddess. Inhale, stands up tall. Feet come together. Palms come to heart center. Tadasana, mountain pose. Cleansing breath. I have the easy job. Find comfort in the breath. When you're having discomfort in your asana, when you're having discomfort in your postures, the breath is what brings you back. The breath is what engages that parasympathetic nervous system. That's the nervous system of calmness and equanimity. If you don't use your breath, you're going to be in a panic, which is the sympathetic nervous system. Now we're going to move into our balancing series. So we're going to start with dancer today. Now there's lots of different layers of dancer. So I'm going to do layer 1 and then Amelia will move into additional layers. So with our feet together, we're going to bring our right arm out to the side as though you're holding money in your hand. So your elbow is bent with your elbow in towards your rib cage and you're holding money at the side. Then bend the right knee, grab the inside of the right ankle with your right hand, and then bring both knees together. Holding here. Inhale, left arm comes up tall. Now, this is dancer pose. You can stay right here and you are doing dancer pose as long as that left leg is solid and strong. So contract that left quadriceps. That will straighten that leg. Then bring both knees together. Extend the left arm, touch the ceiling with the left fingertips, and you're in a beautiful dancer pose. If you're comfortable here and you would like to take this into a further expression, begin to kick into that right hand, lifting that right thigh, while at the same time bringing the upper body down. Upper body down, lower body up. Upper body down, lower body up. Left leg is the important thing here. For 3, for 2, for 1, and release. You can also do this against a wall, okay, using a wall for a little bit of a balance, or any other structure in your studio or in your home, wherever you're practicing, just to give you a little bit more support. Obviously, we've been doing this for a little bit longer, so I don't always need the wall. But again, layers, 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 layers. Your practice is where your practice is. We'll move to the opposite side. Left arm comes out, so the left elbow comes into the rib cage, left palm facing upward. We'll bend the left knee. We're going to grab the inside of that left ankle with the left hand. Find your stability. Bring the left knee towards the right knee, bringing the knees together, and then that right arm shoots up tall. Opening the shoulder joint here, touching the ceiling with your right fingers, grow tall. Hold here if you're comfortable in this dancer. Straightening that right leg. And if you want to go a little further here, begin to make your way down. So kicking into that left hand, the harder you kick, the higher that thigh will go. Upper body down, lower body. Yes, upper body down, lower body up. Upper body down, lower body up. Fall out, come back. If you don't fall out of a posture like dancer, you are not taking yourself to the edge. It's perfectly okay to fall out of a posture. Now, if you're falling out of dancer, however, I'd rather see you fall forward than to fall side to side. If you're falling forward, at least I know your weight and your momentum is coming forward, just like that. That's perfect. She fell forward. If she fell to the side, I know that her balance was off. But if she's falling forward, that means that she's really just going for it. Final breath. And begin to release. We'll move into eagle posture. So feet are together. Arms sweep up tall. Let's sweep that right arm under the left, crossing at the elbows, bringing the palms together, the elbows together, and the forearms together. If you can't get your palms together in Namaskar like this, then make a fist. If you don't have that, then go for the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale begins to sit. Inhale, right leg lifts. Let's take that right leg as high as you can over the left thigh. Now Amelia is able to bind her foot behind her calf. Not everybody can, and it doesn't matter. As long as the toes on your right foot are pointing down, that's fine. She's an upward facing dog back here. Now in Vinyasa, we typically lift the elbows up. In 26 and 2, hot yoga, Bikram style yoga, typically the elbows go down. Yogi's choice. I think if you lift the arms up a little higher, you're engaging a little bit more of the upper back. Inhale. Exhale. If you'd like, you can begin to bring the elbows towards the knees and moving to sleeping eagle. Inhale. Exhale and release. Feet come together. Inhale, arms sweep up tall. Exhale, sweep the left arm under the right, crossing at the elbows, bringing the elbows together, left arm under right. Yeah.
That's right.
Left arm under right now. Look how she's pressing her forearms into one another. She's pressing her elbows into one another. She's pressing her wrists into one another. My Bikram friends would say that you're opening the 14 major joints in the body here.
They would say that.
They would say that.
They would say that.
Inhale. Exhale, begin to sit. Inhale, left leg lifts, crosses over that right. If you can bind, great. But if you can't bind, and most people can't bind the foot behind the calf, that's fine. Just as long as the left toes are pointing down. And find your way into eagle. So the 14 major joints: ankle joint, knee joint, hip joint, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and sacroiliac on both sides. That's 7 on each side, that's 14. Final breath here. Inhale. Exhale, if you'd like to move into sleeping eagle here, bringing the elbows towards the knee. Fall out, come back. Fall out, come back. Fall out, come back for 3. For 2. For 1. Begin to break the posture. Stand up tall. Tadasana mountain pose. I always forget about the sacroiliac joint and the 14 major joints, but that is just as important as any of the other joints. Turn and face the bookcase. Inhale, arms sweep up tall. Exhale and fold. Inhale, shins. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, hop or walk back to a high push-up. Press yourself into down dog. If you would like to take one final vinyasa, feel free to go there. From down dog, make your way back to down dog. And then if you have a jump through, you can jump through. If not, we're all going to make our way onto our seats, facing forward, legs out long.
One day I'm going to get that jump through.
Yeah. Your jump through is getting stronger,
Okay.
but if you're working on a jump through at home and you have blocks and you can put your hand onto the blocks, then you bring your dominant knee into your chest, cross the legs, press down into the blocks, bring the legs through. It gives you a little bit more room to clear. So for myself, I don't have a perfect jump through, but when I have blocks available, I am able to make that jump through. So let's move into Dandasana, staff pose, palms down at the side, toes flex back towards the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lifts the heels off of the mat. Back is nice and flat, as you can see, trying not to lean back. Exhale, heels come down. We'll move back into boat pose, Navasana. And then on a count of 5, well, let's extend the arms out long. On a count of 5, we'll make our way down to the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Mini Shavasana. Breath. We'll move our way into bridge pose. So in bridge pose, the knees bend. If you happen to have a block or a pillow of some sort, place that between the knees. And then you can press your knees into one another. That keeps your knees in a good spot, but at the same time, it also engages the inner thigh muscles when we move into bridge pose here. So can you touch the back of your heels with your fingertips? That's where you want to be. If you can't get there yet, that's okay. But ultimately, that's where you're going. Knees are hip width apart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, begin to press down into the soles of the feet. Begin to press down into the shoulders. Lift the hips up tall. Now you're pressing the knees together if you have a block there. Hips are touching the ceiling. You're imprinting your hips onto the ceiling. If you have enough room under your back and you want to bring your hands together into a fist, now you can press down into the triceps. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale and lower.
Thank you.
Now we'll take one more back bend here. You can do a second bridge. Or you can do wheel if you have wheel in your practice. Just be careful. Or you can do fish pose. I'm going to have Amelia do fish pose.
You're going to have to talk to it.
All right. So, in fish pose, legs are out long. I usually bring my hands, I put my palms facing down and I bring my hands kind of right under my butt a little bit. That gives me a little security. Okay? Now, on our inhale, lift your head up tall. Come off the mat with your head, and then hyperextend your head and neck and place the top of your head, the crown of your head, onto the floor. Beautiful posture, fish pose. This is a real cervical extender. throat chakra opening. If you're comfortable here and you want to play, maybe lift the heels off of the mat. Hold here for 3, for 2, for 1. Heels come down, lift the head up, and then bring the chin to the chest and lower the head. That's the safe way to get out of fish. So you lift the head up, then bring the chin to the chest, and then lower down. All right? Now we took 2 intense back bends there, so we're going to counteract that with wind removing pose. So we'll bend that right leg, clasp the fingers 2 inches below the right knee. Inhale. Exhale. Let's bring that right knee to the right shoulder. Maybe taking it out to the side first, ever so slightly, to clear the rib cage, and then bringing the knee back towards the shoulder. Key here, we want to line up the ankle, the knee, and the shoulder. So a lot of times we see that foot come to the midline or across the body. So ankle, knee, and shoulder. Elbows are even as well. Left shoulder is pressing into the mat. You're activating your ascending colon. This is a great posture for digestive tract health. Inhale. Exhale and release. Left leg comes up tall. Grabbing the knee 2 inches below the kneecap, clasping the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, bring the knee slightly out to the side and then back to that left shoulder. Right shoulder pressing into the mat. Again, lining up the ankle, the knee, and the shoulder in one straight line. Activating the descending colon on the left side of the abdominal cavity. Not the abdominal cage. Thoracic cage. Abdominal cavity, thoracic cage.
That's going to be on the test too.
That will be on the test. Inhale. Exhale, pull in one final time. And release.
Thoracolumbar.
Thoracolumbar.
Yes.
Now we'll do both knees. Bend both knees. Bring them into the chest. Grab around the knees. If you can grab your elbows one another, feel free to do so. If not, go for the forearms or the wrists. Inhale. Exhale, pull the knees into the chest. Hold here. Now you're engaging the transverse colon, which goes from right to left, connecting the ascending and descending colon. For the final couple of moments in this posture, if you would like to take yourself into as small a ball as you possibly can, maybe bringing your forehead towards your knees, holding here, rounding the spine, full spinal flexion, compensating for the full spinal extension we did with bridge and fish for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. Arms come out to a T. We began our practice with spinal twist. We will end our practice with spinal twist. Knees go right this time. Gaze goes left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, knees come back to center. Exhale, knees go left, gaze goes right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, knees come up tall. If there is anything that you choose to do to seal your own personal private practice, feel free to go there now. Otherwise, you can begin to make your way into our final asana of today's practice, Shavasana, corpse pose. Legs extend out long, heels together, feet open, palms to the side of the body, facing up, or if you prefer, maybe the right hand to the belly and the left hand to the heart. and settle in for your final Shavasana. Relax your toes, relax your feet, relax your ankles. Relax your shins, relax your calves. Relax your hamstrings, relax your thighs. Relax your hips, relax your belly, relax your chest. Relax your fingers, relax your hands, relax your wrists. Relax your arms. Relax your shoulders. Relax your neck, relax your jaw. Relax your face. Relax your forehead. Relax your crown. Relax your mind. Begin to allow consciousness and awareness to return to your bodies. If you'd like to wiggle your toes, wiggle your feet. Maybe shake your head yes and no. Then if you'd like to extend your arms above your head, maybe clasping your hands together, taking a final stretch. And then rolling onto your right side in fetal posture. And then making your way to the top of your mat. Easy seated posture, half lotus or full lotus, whatever fits your practice. Hands to heart center. Eyes closed. Stop worrying about other people understanding you. Get in touch with yourself instead. Focus on what makes you happy, what makes your soul feel at peace. You are your biggest commitment. So start loving your flaws, your awkwardness, your quirkiness, your weirdness, your intensity, your vulnerability, your everything. Life becomes so much more fulfilling when you are just simply yourself. The world keeps spinning, whether people understand you or not. So why not make this next trip around the sun about you? If you would like to join Amelia and I in a practice sealing Om, feel free to do so. If you choose not to, that is perfectly okay. You can bathe in our vibrations. We'll take one deep cleansing breath and then a second inhale and exhale to Om. Inhale. Inhale. Om. As we bring our thumb knuckles between our eyebrows to our third eye and take a slight bow towards one another, the light in us honors the light in each of you. We thank you as always for allowing us to be your guide and teacher in our practice together today. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you very soon.